Respect is something we all want, but it's often elusive. Some people seem to command respect effortlessly, while others struggle to be taken seriously no matter how hard they try. The truth is, respect is not something we can demand. It's something that we earn, and not just through our actions, but through the integrity of our character. In the pursuit of earning respect, it's not always what we do, but how we live, how we carry ourselves, and how we choose to approach the challenges life throws our way. When we look closely, we realize that many of the barriers to respect come from within ourselves. In the world of Stoicism, there are certain habits that can be incredibly damaging to our ability to earn the respect we desire. They are often overlooked and dismissed as harmless or even inevitable parts of our daily lives. However, as we dive deeper, we'll see that these habits undermine our integrity and self-mastery. And if we don't eliminate them, they will ultimately stand in the way of us becoming the kind of person worthy of respect. Let's break down 6 habits, rooted in the teachings of Stoicism, that you must eliminate if you want to live a life worthy of respect and admiration. We all make excuses from time to time. It's human nature to want to deflect blame when things go wrong. But excuses are more than just an avoidance of responsibility. They are a reflection of how we perceive ourselves and how we value our commitments. From a Stoic perspective, making excuses is essentially a way of relinquishing control over our own lives. When we make an excuse, we are admitting that external factors have more power over us than we do. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers and Roman emperors, wisely stated, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Every time we make an excuse, we are denying our own strength. We are saying that we cannot control our circumstances or our actions. We give away our power, and in doing so, we lose the respect of others. Think about it. When you fail to meet a deadline and blame it on traffic, technical difficulties, or being caught up with something else, what are you really saying? You're essentially telling others that external events are more important than your commitments and your reliability. Over time, people start to view you as someone who can't manage their time, someone who is unreliable and unable to take ownership of their actions. The Stoic solution? Take full responsibility. Instead of blaming circumstances, reflect on what you could have done differently. Missed a deadline? Rather than saying, "I got caught up," ask yourself, what could I have done to prevent this? Traffic made you late? Consider leaving earlier next time or planning for delays. By practicing this habit of accountability, you not only regain control of your life, but you also earn the respect of others. Accountability shows that you are trustworthy, reliable, and capable of taking responsibility for your own actions, qualities that naturally garner respect. Procrastination is often viewed as laziness or simply a bad habit. But it's more than that. It's a sign of how we manage our time and our priorities. In Stoic philosophy, procrastination is a barrier to living according to nature. The Stoics believed that we should always strive to be the best version of ourselves by living a life of purpose and discipline. When we procrastinate, we're choosing comfort over progress, ease over action. And this, according to Stoicism, is a form of neglecting our potential. Seneca, one of the most well-known Stoic philosophers, famously said, "While we are postponing, life speeds by." The truth of this statement is undeniable. Every moment we spend putting something off is a moment we could have spent living to our fullest potential. So why do we procrastinate? It's often rooted in fear of failure, fear of the effort required, or even fear of success. Stoicism encourages us to face these fears with courage and to take action despite discomfort. When we procrastinate, we communicate to others and to ourselves that our commitments aren't important enough to act upon. This can make us seem unreliable and unworthy of respect. But the good news is that Stoicism provides a path forward. To overcome procrastination, we need to start by clarifying our intentions. What do we need to accomplish? Why is it important? By aligning our actions with our rational understanding of their importance, we can find the motivation to act promptly. One useful Stoic practice is to break tasks into smaller, manageable parts. This reduces the feeling of being overwhelmed that often triggers procrastination. Start small, and as you complete each part, you'll build momentum. It's all about embracing the present moment and acting on it without delay. It's natural to want to feel validated by others. But when we constantly seek approval and affirmation from the world around us, we run the risk of placing our self-worth in the hands of others. The problem with this is that we can never fully control how others perceive us. When we rely on others for our self-esteem, we create a life of disappointment and dependency. We allow the opinions of others to dictate our value, and this undermines our self-respect. Epictetus, another prominent Stoic philosopher, emphasized the importance of self-sufficiency. Freedom is the only true self-sufficiency. It's the state of being in control of your own mind and your own judgments. When we seek validation from external sources, we give away that power. We become dependent on others' approval, which is outside of our control, and this leads to a life of constant insecurity. The solution here is to focus on internal validation. According to Stoicism, the only true measure of our worth should be the actions we take in alignment with our values. Are we living according to our principles? Are we proud of the decisions we make? When we focus on internal validation, we begin to view ourselves through the lens of our own character rather than the fleeting opinions of others. This self-assurance naturally attracts respect. People will respect you more when they see that you don't rely on their approval to feel confident and valued. To cultivate internal validation, set personal standards that align with your values. When you achieve these goals, take the time to recognize and celebrate your efforts. Reflect on your actions and ensure they align with the person you want to be. By focusing on what you can control, your own actions and choices, you build a sense of self-respect that no one can take away from you. In life, growth is not a luxury, it's a necessity. The Stoics believed that life is a continuous journey of self-improvement. If you stop growing, you stop living. Personal growth is not just about acquiring new skills or knowledge. It's about evolving as a person, striving to become the best version of yourself. Unfortunately, many people neglect their personal growth, either out of fear, complacency, or simply because they're too comfortable. Seneca famously wrote, "As long as you live, keep learning how to live." This quote encapsulates the Stoic mindset. Growth is an ongoing process, and it is central to living a virtuous life. When you neglect your personal growth, you're stagnating, which contradicts the very essence of a fulfilled life. And when others see you stagnating, they lose respect for you. To combat this, make continuous growth a priority. Reflect on your life regularly and ask yourself, what have I done today to move closer to the person I want to be? Have I learned something new, faced a fear, or improved a skill? Growth often requires stepping into uncomfortable situations, embracing challenges, and pushing past your limits. But as Marcus Aurelius wisely said, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. In other words, obstacles are opportunities for growth. Dishonesty is perhaps one of the most damaging habits when it comes to earning respect. It may start with small lies, exaggerations, omissions, or white lies, but these can quickly accumulate and erode your integrity. Stoicism places a high value on honesty because it is a cornerstone of personal integrity. Dishonesty, no matter how small, undermines trust, and trust is the foundation of any respectful relationship. Epictetus warned us, if you wish to be a person of integrity, let your actions be consistent with your words. When you say one thing and do another, it creates a disconnect between your words and actions. This inconsistency damages your reputation and makes it difficult for others to trust you. And when others no longer trust you, they stop respecting you. To combat dishonesty, embrace the truth. Even when it's difficult or uncomfortable, choose honesty. It might feel easier to lie in the moment, but the long-term benefits of honesty far outweigh the short-term relief of deception. Be honest with yourself, too. Self-awareness is key to living with integrity. Reflect on your actions and ask yourself if they align with your principles. Respecting boundaries is an essential part of building healthy, respectful relationships. But many people overlook this crucial aspect of interaction. They might overstep personal space. Stoicism teaches that we should focus on what is within our control and respect what is beyond it. When we ignore others' boundaries, we are trying to exert control over something we cannot control. This behavior undermines mutual respect and trust. In the pursuit of respect, it's important to remember that it is not something we can force or demand. Rather, respect is a natural byproduct of the way we live our lives, the way we interact with others, and the way we honor our own integrity. The Stoic philosophers, such as Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca, have left us with timeless wisdom that emphasizes self-discipline, personal growth, and a commitment to living with virtue. By eliminating the habits that undermine our integrity, we can take meaningful steps toward becoming individuals worthy of respect, both from others and from ourselves. The journey toward earning respect is not an easy one, but it is incredibly rewarding. It requires continuous effort and the humility to acknowledge our shortcomings. As you move forward, keep this in mind. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Marcus Aurelius. Every obstacle, every challenge, every moment of discomfort is an opportunity for growth. And as you continue to grow, you will naturally attract the respect you deserve, not by forcing it, but by becoming the kind of person who embodies it in every action, every decision, and every interaction. Thank you for accompanying. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel and leave a comment below so we can discuss. Wish you and your family good health.